Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've been following the journey here lately, you know my boots have been firmly planted in the high fantasy worlds of the old school MMOs. We've been living and breathing in EverQuest Legends, EverQuest, and of course lately spending time in the beta playtest for Monsters and Memories. Now don't worry, I haven't abandoned the classic worlds. In fact, before the current Monsters and Memories playtest wraps up completely, I'm going to be dropping my definitive final word video and my complete thoughts on where that project is heading. There's a lot to talk about, and you'll want to stick around for that. But today we're taking a deliberate step back from the spreadsheets, the camp checks, and the class theory crafting. Today we're trading the spellbooks and broadswords for repeaters and six shooters. I'm actually playing this on the PS5. Sony recently made it free for anyone with a PlayStation Plus Premium subscription, and honestly, looking at it sitting there in the catalog, I realized it was finally time. Because here is my confession: I've never played a Red Dead Redemption game before. Not the first one, not this one, nothing ever. So for me, jumping into this is like going back to experience a masterpiece completely blind. It's my own personal journey into what everyone calls a modern classic. Right now, I'm only about 2.5 hours into the game and officially packed up camp and moved into Chapter 2 because I'm right at the very beginning of this journey. I felt it was the perfect moment to sit down, look out over the landscape, and talk about why this world has completely gripped me. What hits you first about this game isn't the scope, it's the sheer crushing weight of the atmosphere. When you first join the Vanderlyn gang at the start of the journey, you aren't some grand hero on a noble quest. You're part of a desperate collective. You're on the run. The game doesn't just tell you that things are bad, it makes you feel it in the marrow of your bones. Think about these opening hours. The gang is completely vulnerable, struggling for the barest essentials of human survival, including food, shelter, and warmth. Every step through the blinding waist-deep snow feels like a physical battle against nature itself. The wind doesn't just blow, it howls through the audio design, making you want to pull your own coat a little tighter. There's a profound sense of bleakness, but also an undeniable warmth when the gang gathers inside those ramshackled wood buildings huddled around a single fire. It sets a tone that is incredibly rare in modern gaming. It demands that you slow down and forces you to notice the grime on Arthur's jacket, the exhaustion in the eyes of people relying on you, and the absolute isolation of the grizzlies. By the time you pull off the spectacular train robbery you're watching on screen, it doesn't feel like a standard video game mission. It feels like a desperate, thrilling bid for survival. Now, if you know anything about my gaming philosophy, you know I play a certain way. I like immersion. I like to breathe the air of a world. Because of that open world action, games usually aren't my style. Typically, I can't stand the modern formula. You know what I mean. The games that you hand a massive checklick, plaster your map with 1,000 glowing icons, and constantly scream, go here, do this, collect 20 of these. It breaks the illusion, turns a living world into a chore wheel. But Red Dead 2 does something entirely different. The way Rockstar integrates the gameplay into the narrative is incredibly seamless. When you're riding a horse in this game, you aren't just pressing a button or holding a joystick to move an asset across a digital map. You're tapping X, matching the stride, feeling the physical reality of the animal beneath you. You feel the terrain shift. And the combat? It's heavy and it's deliberate. Whether you're unholstering a single pistol for a quick, frantic exchange, leveling a rifle across a snowy ridge, or feeling the devastating concussion of a shotgun indoors. Every trigger pull matters. It doesn't feel like you're chipping away at an enemy's health bar. It feels more dangerous and it's cinematic. And that brings me to the core of why I'm making this video and why I'm committing to this journey. Playing this game doesn't feel like playing a traditional video game. It Feels like stepping directly inside a massive, sweeping cinematic masterpiece. It's like watching one of the greatest Western movies ever made, but with one massive exception. You actually get to be involved in it. The transition between a cutscene and actual gameplay is almost invisible. The dialogue flows naturally while you ride, the camera angles, the sunlight striking through the trees, the subtle swell of acoustic guitar and heavy strings in the background. It all works in perfect harmony to keep you entirely inside the modus. You aren't just controlling Arthur Morgan, you are navigating his choices, feeling his doubts, and watching a beautifully tragic story unfold from the inside out. For a gamer who values immersion above all else, this is absolute gold. It rewards you for not rushing, practically begs you to holster your weapon, walk your horse at a gentle trot, and just look at the world around you. As we leave the freezing peaks of Coulter behind and establish our new routes here in Chapter 2 at Horseshoe Overlook, the world is finally opening up. The snow is melting, the grass is green, and the horizon feels endless. I'm incredibly excited to see where this road leads, taking it one slow, deliberate step at a time. No rushing, just checking in with the camp, tending to the horse, and seeing where the trail takes us. For those of you who came for the MMO content, stay tuned. Like I said, that final word on the Monsters and Memories playtest is coming very soon. But for now, grab a coffee, settle in, and let's enjoy the ride out here in the West. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look at the atmosphere of Red Dead 2, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below with your favorite memories of Chapter 2, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take it easy.
Now, it don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough. Now light the fuse.
Here we go.
Unless you got a death wish, I'd step back, fellers.